Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently a little bit scared. We currently believe that Cahokia and Spain are both planning to declare war on us. The good news is Vinland will defend us, as will Spartania. So we need to focus in on getting caught up on military tech and getting our military somewhat expanded. We are up to 401 manpower per month, so that's something, but that settler heritage, that's rough, no doubt about that. So we've got a new age here, and we definitely want to work towards that. The core issue is that that's a little bit tough. We need somebody with a Western technology group to be our vassal or to have a very high opinion of us, right? Well, Britain we're up to 62 opinion on. Britain would not royal marry us, mostly due to distance between borders. Now, we know that Britain has this down over here. I don't know if I called that out before. I think I noticed it as I was ending the last episode. But Britain has colonies down over here, and that's fine. But we'd like to find somebody who is, you know, friendly. Austria might actually be an interesting option. Hang on. So they're at minus 15 right now. They're allied to Spain. Okay, well that's spooky. For the moment, we're going to tick forward, and we're going to need to bring up the military power here. No doubt about that. We need a lot of military power. To the point where I'm strongly considering moving off of admin focus. Yeah, I'm doing it. We're moving over to military focus at this point. So this means that we need to have a lot of military power, right? 651 is what we need here, and that's understood. So we have a lot of diplomatic power right now. So over here in Nea Alexandria, we can bring this up. We need 5 additional. And the core issue here is we have to spend admin or military power to bring this up further, right? So that's a bit of a problem. The other thing we could do is put a colonist here. So that is definitely an interesting angle. But a colonist is going to kind of struggle with this level of development, I think. And we're going to need a lot more development than this. 7 buildings. We have 4 right now. This will be 5. So there's that. We're also very, very interested in getting this next idea here, this next expansion idea. This is going to be additional diplomats, isn't it? I don't know if that's actually colored in or not. I can't tell. I don't know if we have this one or not. We definitely have this one. Okay. Our colony in Farah has grown enough to become self-sustaining. That's good. And we don't have eyes on the Terra Incognita up over here. So instead, we're going to come in and do a colonization internally over here. Normally, I would prioritize colonizing out over here because this is safe. We're guaranteed to have this. Oh, now it reveals the Terra Incognita. Okay, I see how it is. Well, we'll grab this as soon as we can. And we can grab an ability here. So what do we want to take? Institution spread? There's going to be a new institution spawning fairly soon. Mercenary discipline is interesting. Let's actually take that for now. Okay, so that'll be fine for the moment. Spanish West Indies was building a spy network. That's fine. So it's been Spanish West Indies specifically that's been building this spy network. Yeah, Spain would defend them if we fought them, but if they fight us directly, I'm not sure that they will. We'll see. We do need to do a core here, so we'll get that done. And we can seize land. Are the Dynatoi happy enough? Not quite. In 2 months. Okay, so there's a heretic conversion. Sounds good. We'll get another one going. And that'll be absolutely great for now. Now, we're still working on bringing back up our manpower. 404 per month. We'll get there soon enough. There's some core provinces coming in, and we're going to make these into states. So that's, of course, more admin power that we're going to have to put into that, right? And that's absolutely understood. How much admin power will that be? That's hefty. That's quite a bit of admin power. A skill 3 commandant that's 50% cheaper to employ. No, we're going to take the 50 military power, actually. We've already got a skill 3 commander. We don't actually care about the money. We care more about the military power right now. So we need a new Senate seat. So let's head up over this direction and see what we've got up over here. These all have Senate seats, so we can give this a seat in the Senate. There we go. That'll do for now. And we still have too few seats in the Senate. So we can then head up over here and give this a seat in the Senate. There we go. That'll do for now. So we can now seize land, which we should do. There we go. And we're back to that reform progress growth, so that's good. That's fine for now. How much do we need for our idea? Okay, that'll be relatively soon. There's another core there. Sounds good. And these guys are assimilated. We lost our treasurer. So that's this guy, right? That's going to be fairly expensive. Let's set an agenda here and see what we got going on here. So a church for a base tax is pretty good. That is down over here. Okay, we can get a church going in there. That'll be fine. This is a very, very small income boost, but it'll do for now. And then as far as hiring a new advisor goes here, we just don't have the money right now. We'll have to wait for that to come in. It'll be like 10 months. So for the moment, that is absolutely fine. We are going to get some colonies finished, and of course we're going to colonize out over here, because everything over here we're guaranteed to get, right? We completely surround all of that. So that is fine, no issue there. The real question is anybody going to attack us when we're defended by Finland and Spartania? We are not the military powerhouse here. I want to be very, very clear about that. Vinland is calling us in against these guys. This we will accept, and their allies are not currently in. That's understood. And we're going to send some forces up over this direction. The main issue here is that these guys are Miltech 15. We are Miltech 12, which is not as bad as it was in terms of the differential, but it could definitely be worse. It could definitely be a lot better. So we're going to need to bring these up in morale. And we're going to need to keep our armies close together. So we're going to bring these guys up over here for the time being. And we don't want to head in here at this moment. We want to just wait. We want to give this a little bit of time. And we can see they're coming in to attack us here. So we're going to withdraw. Yeah, we're going to withdraw down over here because we don't have morale yet. So that's a little bit bad. So we're going to let these guys run around a bit. Yeah, Vinland is up over here. And I would like to go start up a siege up over this direction, but it looks like Vinland is on that. But what we can do instead is we can grab the two provinces that are next to it. Like this. Okay, they are sieging here. This seems reasonably fine. We got a CB against Spain. Sure, whatever. And I'm going to send these guys down over this direction like this. So we're just looking to take over territory out over here. We're just going to lose prestige here. I don't want to bet money right now. Okay, so Vinland is fighting these guys. That looks perfect. Okay, so we have this, and this is almost done. There we go. And it looks like Vinland is maybe going to take over this. They might flip that to us, or they might not. Either way, it could be awkward. So there's a base tax. That's fine. Yeah, Vinland did not flip that over to us. Okay, so the war is over. And Vinland just gave us some ducats. That's not ideal. I was hoping to get some territory out of it, but okay, I guess it's fine. So we can invest in a quantity idea. As of right now, I'm not going to do this. I think that this is taken. I think that our next is definitely the colonist. Now that I look at this, like, I'm colorblind, so I have a little bit of a hard time telling if that one is activated because there's not a lot of contrast here, but you can see the way that this looks here, I'm like 45% certain. Okay, so let's make our way on down over here. Cahokia is making claims on us, which is not surprising. And we are just going to get these guys drilling again. Perfect. And we're up to 210 gold at this point. Now, the truce with Cahokia is over, but Vinland also entered into a golden era at that exact time, which is really nice. I like it. Portugal canceled the right to military access. That's not a great sign. And we have a new core finished, and that allows us to make a state out over here. That's understood. So we want to get this colonist for sure. That is absolutely a very, very high priority. And we will see what ends up happening here. For the time being, we're still working on regenerating our manpower. 422, understood. So I want to get our admin advisor at this point. Who are we going to go for? Well, this guy is who we're going to go for with the production efficiency. How much are we getting from each? So taxation is 34.67. Production is 31.32. Noted. Okay, we're going to go for this guy. We're mostly interested in the admin power. Now, that's currently putting us negative here. Why? Support loyalists, minus 12.71. What is that? And we've got that tax income loss for a little bit. That's going to be a little painful. I don't think that's any of these. Is that Spartania? We are sending money to Spartania right now with colonization subsidies, but that's only 2 monthly. I'm still going to withdraw that from them, so that's fine for now. Minus, this is now going to be what, -7? Well, we can cut our rooting out of corruption, and that'll be fine. So that's okay. So now we're going to be making money here, and we're going to be making a lot more admin power. Our colony here is self-sustaining, and we want to send that right down over here. We can see that these guys colonized here, but we can cut them off out over this direction, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So that looks good, and we can start to core some of these, but I don't think that's a good idea yet. We do want to take this diptech for sure, so we'll do that. And we do need to also put in another seat in Parliament, and this will do. There we go. So that looks good, and then as far as this expansion idea goes, we'll have that very, very soon. Very soon indeed. Okay, gain 10 legitimacy, an unrest increase, or lose 10 legitimacy. Tax reduction? We're going to defend the governor here. Okay, we gained 10 prestige. Sounds good. So this is now done. We don't really have anywhere that's, like, high priority because this is not currently revealed out over here. So we're going to need to colonize somewhere like here. We'll need to ticket a day and send this guy up over here. We'll just get that one done. Cool. So that looks fine for now. We're definitely going to need to fight Cahokia, and I'd like to directly fight them. But there's also these guys down over here. And I think this is a much more viable thing for us to fight. So I'm going to move our armies down this direction. And we'll just position them about here and here. So that'll do for now. We're going to continue to replenish our forces on the way over. So that'll be okay. 428 at this point. We can sell titles. We're not going to. We have no real reason to want to sell titles right now. Okay. We completed a conversion here. That's great. We're going to continue to work on that, of course. And do we have a CB on these guys? No, we do not. So we're going to need to build a spy network out over here. We'll get that going. So that's fine for now. And how soon before we get Miltech 13? We're going to have that in July of 1599 at the current rate. Okay, that's not too bad. Our colony here is now self-sustaining. Once again, I'd love to grab these out here, but terra incognita. So instead, we're going to just come in and colonize something over here. It doesn't really matter what, to be honest. Okay, we can grab this additional colonist, and that, of course, is going to be painful for us. No doubt about that. So, support loyalists, minus 12.96. Oh, that's our subject interaction here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's turn that off. And then let's come in over here and get another colonization going. So that'll be right up over here. Cool. So we'll see if we're still negative or still positive here with those on. Yeah, 18.53. That looks good. So that's absolutely excellent. I want to attack these guys sooner rather than later. They're currently fighting Cahokia. Defender against Cahokia. Noted. Cahokia is now Miltech 16. So that's continuing to be spooky. We're going to work on that, of course. And I do want to get some of these full cores going here. So we're going to go from the bottom up, like this. And we're going to need to get these completed. So that'll be fine for now. Cahokia is going to easily take over this, and the question is, how much are they going to take? We were able to fight them with Vinland's help before. So there is that. Well, we'll see what Cahokia takes out of this, and we're just rebuilding our manpower at this point. You can see here, we are starting to actually get positive in manpower, so that is great. And we'd be delighted to come attack Cahokia properly. Appalachian Pass success, that's good. And Cahokia was building a spy network, hilarious. So at this point, we can grab our new Miltech. That's going to give us new cannon, so we'll definitely take that. And that is going to be these. We still have no source of naphtha, though. So we absolutely want to come up here and fight these guys. Truce ends in 1608. Okay. I feel like there was a source of naphtha over here, though. That's what I thought, anyway. Can we search? No, we cannot search for that. I thought it was on Cuba, but apparently not. We've got all of that, so I guess we don't have a source of naphtha. So for now, let's head down over this way, because we don't want to be taking attrition here. That'll be fine. And we can see the size of the Cahokian armies here. We have larger armies, but our main problem with our armies, of course, is our Miltech. So that's understood. Iron, huh? And 2 base production. Or we can gain some military power and 2 base production, but we'll do long-term production. That'll be fine. So we can get another core going here, and maybe another after that. 644 ducats. But that's admin power. Oh, I don't like that. We're negative in admin power, but it's okay. We're going to want to get some admin power here for sure. So we're going to select this, and we can placate the Dynatoy. They'll gain some influence. Sure, that seems fine. Church lands, so we can lose some Patriarch authority, gain a tiny bit of corruption. This is fine. Tiny bit of inflation is fine as well. I'm fine with spending diplomatic power on this. Little bit of influence here on the Dynatoy. Small amount of corruption. A prestige. Yeah, there's a lot of really easy choices here. I like it. So this is looking reasonably good. 51 ducats, that's a lot of money. 74 sailors is much better. And then a tiny bit of local autonomy. Done. So that is passed, and that brings us back up to 26. Okay, so now we can full core this guy. So now the question is, what will remain of these guys after this war? We'll find out. That will definitely be the interesting question here. I do want to check in on some of these workshops, so let's get that going, and then any churches. No good churches to make for now. Our colony here is now self-sustaining. We're waiting on this one or this one to finish. That's Spartania, hang on. We're waiting on this one to finish in order to actually be able to see out over here. So for now, let's head over this direction and send a colonist here. There we go. That'll do for the moment. And we should probably mothball our forts. I just realized those were still up. There we go. Excellent. So those are mothballed. We're making about 22 ducats per month right now. That seems okay. National tax modifier reduction is probably the better option here since we have a pretty decent surplus. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. So back over here in Nea Alexandria, we do need to continue to develop this very significantly to be able to build this. 7 buildings. That's a lot of buildings. So, hypothetically, University would be a good way to do that. We need Admin Tech 17 to build universities. We're pretty far away from that. We're at Admin Tech 11 right now. So that's understood. We are working on our Mill Tech. That's our primary goal right now. And this is what Cahokia took. Noted. We're going to build a spy network on these guys. We're going to annex this for sure. I was intending to annex all of that up over there, but Cahokia beat us to it. Fair enough. They're Miltech 16 right now. If we fight them and call in Vinland, the main problem there is we don't want to give territory to Vinland, right? That would be the ideal scenario, is not giving territory to Vinland and just taking territory for ourselves. Vinland did the first circumnavigation. Good job, Vinland. We were not trying to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and get a religion going here. Or rather, a religious conversion. And we'll just get our spy network completed over here and we'll get this all taken over. Not a huge deal. We are interested in building more manufactories relatively soon. And some of these are not going to be possible to build because of technology levels, but others will be. So we'll see what we're available to actually build. And once the spy network finishes, we're going to take all of this over. Cahokia couldn't do that, but we need to start really cracking into Cahokia. They are the primary foe for us at this moment. Dealing with Cahokia is going to be a very, very big deal. Let's get a couple of these cores done. Okay, global trade has spawned. Where did this spawn? We'll check in a moment. Okay. Where did global trade spawn? Gloucester. Okay. So right up over here, and we can see global trade is spreading literally everywhere. So that's fine for now. And besides, we are not running into malices. We're not too concerned about global trade. So that looks fine. We are interested in additional coring. This will take a little bit. We don't have the admin power for that, but what we're most interested in right now is getting that sweet, sweet mill tech. Currently 1604 is when we're looking at getting 14. Okay. So we've got that neighbor bonus right now, but we've got the settler heritage malice here. We'd really like to get some of this finished up. Beyond the Appalachians, huh? Noted. We're going to be working on some of that. Roman hegemony, we would need to be a hegemon? Sure. Capital of innovation. So we need to embrace the Enlightenment for this. That's pretty far away. And then Gateway to Elysium, and that is definitely something that we can work on as well. So that's understood. It's going to take some time. Gain a free stability or admin tech cost reduction. We're going to take the stability. And 100 population in one of our colonies. That sounds great. Okay, so we definitely need to take over this territory out over here. We have what we need now to fabricate a claim, so let's go ahead and do that. And that gives us the Conquest CB. So now we're going to attack these guys, and this should be no problem whatsoever. We don't need to bring anyone in exactly. We can just come on down over here like this, start a siege of a die, and this is fine. So we can't actually make our way up over here unless we use a transport, unless we got passage through Cahokia, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. We'll just have Spartania come up over here. It'll be fine. So this is okay. We'll get this all dealt with. We do need more admin power over here, of course, and we can set an agenda. We should probably do this. What do we got going on here? A base tax? Sure. There's also this Dynatoy this Dynatoy thing here for the Netherland opinion. We could do that pretty easily. So we would then just get the Dutch opinion of us raised up like... where are we? Access actions, economy actions, relations actions. Here we go. So that's done at this point. We don't need to do anything more. Beautiful. So Spartania is going to take over all of this for us. We don't even need these guys here. We can send them back to Elysia, which I'm going to do for right now. That'll be absolutely wonderful. We can get some cores going here. Oh, it wants us to select a naval doctrine at this point. We don't have to, though. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it was popping that up right then. Cool. As with most things Navy, we completely ignore that. Perfect. Imagine if we had a source of naphtha. We're going to go after these guys up over here. They are not particularly threatening. We could break the truce with them, actually. But I don't think that's a good idea. But we could do it. So we're going to take all of this territory, and we're currently saving up admin power to core this. So we're going to need admin power for coring for a while here. No doubt about that. But we really, really need diplomatic power. What do we got here? An innovativeness? We'll take the innovativeness. Thank you very much. So that looks good. Our innovativeness is, of course, decreasing. But that does reduce our power costs. Not that I think we're actually going to be able to utilize that. Our colony up here is self-sustaining. That's understood. We can then go and colonize over here for now. We'd like to break out over this direction, and actually we have another colonist available. Okay, the Siege of Adai is now over. So that means, of course, that this war is now over. Which means that we can take this. Cahokia might join a coalition against us. You know what? It's just Cahokia. That's fine. So we'll get that going. And these guys, they're just going to chill down over here for now. I'm going to keep them down this way. Another colony just became self-sustaining, and these guys were just automatically granted a seat. Okay. These should be drilling, and I want to mothball our forts. There we go. Drill here, and this is not actually giving us any overextension, remarkably. But we'll get all of that going. That will be absolutely fine. We do need more coring, of course, and we will get there. We can make more states out over here as well, but look at that. We can see out here now. So let's go ahead and colonize here. Perfect. So we're going to have an extra colony because of this one. But this guy is about to finish, so that looks fine. Excellent. We lost the trade protection CB against Spain. Does not matter. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to colonize out over this direction, and we're going to try to encircle Cahokia as best we can. We'll see what ends up happening with that. As we work up our military power, we're going to definitely start carving into Cahokia fairly soon. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.